Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Graves, and this is The World According to Graves. Let me get something out that we haven't done in a while. Uh, Mike, Akira, probably the best Jap animation ever made. Hell of a story. It set the standard. Let me get a little sippage here. A little cherry 7 Up. Wow. Good stuff. Let me get my microphone set up right here. Dee 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 dee. Thought I had everything prepared. And, well, okay. Can you hear me? Raise your hand if you can. Thank you. Well, we're kind of into about week 3 of things here in Atlanta with the COVID 19 virus. Right now, here in Cobb County, we've got cats. We've got we're pretty much under a curfew, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Excuse me. The allergies are bad. Another day of pollen being about 8,000, if not more. This is going to be a little hard for me to do because this is fully unscripted. I have no talking points written down. I have no quotes written down. This is, to me, and to a lot of viewers, this is not going to be an episode that's wanted, but it's an episode that's needed. A lot of stuff in the media, and a lot of things said by politicians that just are not true. You can listen to mainstream news all you want to. I don't. I have nothing to do with the mainstream news. To me, it's very disappointing. They've turned this entire affair into a horror movie. Yes, in fact, my goddaughter, Jera, today kind of said it reminds her of 28 Days Later. In a sense, yeah, it does. In a sense. It's pretty frightening. Right now, I've got 2 very close friends who have been exposed. One is now in the hospital. They thought it was a stroke until they found out that no, it wasn't. It was COVID-19. His wife is now exposed. I'm afraid of what's going to happen to her since she has underlying health issues. Well, it's all true, they both do, and I would hate to lose them. The Bill de Blasio has made a lot of accusations how he's demanding Trump to give him all these respirators, and then when it came out that he already had some, they were in storage, they were in a warehouse. His exact words were, "I didn't know." Then he turns around and says, "Well, those are when it gets to the apex. We're not going to use those right now. We want more that we can use now." Bill, let me ask you a question there, buddy. Well, how about the $650,000, a $650 million solar panel factory that you okayed, you fast tracked, that went under? It's just standing there empty. You got all of these buildings there that could be used for hospitals. They're sitting there empty. You paid for them. Why did you prepare for something like this? You on the left are always talking about how Trump was unprepared, that you're all prepared, that Trump's unprepared. Trump's done a lot of things. You say that the federal government needs to do more. They've built so many temporary hospitals that it's not funny. If you go and you Google it, you'll see for yourself. Nancy Pelosi right now is talking about, well, we need to investigate Trump because we need to know what he knew and when he knew it. Nancy, everyone wants to know what you knew and when you knew. Turnabout's fair play. It's typical for them to turn something like this into a political matter. This is not a political matter. This is a matter of saving human lives, saving the economy. Our economy is crashing down around our ears right now. because of this virus and because of the media scaring the living hell out of everybody. What's really going on and what the media is telling you is going on, in a lot of senses, are two different things. The media doesn't want you to know the truth behind everything. They want to keep you scared and glued to their screens for ratings. They're turning around and saying that calling this the Chinese flu or the Chinese virus is racist. It's not racist. No, it's called the Asian virus. That would be racist. But the Chinese virus is not racist. In fact, they're the ones who first came up with the term Chinese virus, Kung flu, Wuhan fever, Wuhan flu, Wuhan this. And then when somebody else uses it, oh, that's racist. You can't say that. You guys said it first. You're just as racist, probably even more so. You're the ones who thought of it. So calling it, the Chinese virus or Chinese flu is is bad, but it's okay to call the Spanish flu the Spanish flu because it started in Spain. The German measles because it started in Germany. Uh, the Hong Kong flu because it started in Hong Kong. How about MERS? Started in the Middle East. In fact, that's part of the name, Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome. But you can say MERS all you want to. But calling it the Chinese flu is racist. It's wrong. It must be nice to live in your world over there, where you have two sets of laws, two standards, where you get away with anything you want to, but anybody does anything you do, it's wrong. But you're okay to do it. Do as I say, not as I do. Typical of you people out there. This virus is frightening. Let me explain a virus to you. A virus is pretty much the perfect entity. It does one job, and that job is what it does very well. It has no questions, no confusion, no deviation in what it does. It does what it does best. It performs its function. You could almost say it's the perfect being. And that's what's scary, because all of us humans have imperfections. This virus is perfect. It does its job without error. You can almost say it's noble in its ventures. And that's what makes it scary. It doesn't worry about its choices. It has one goal, and it does it. We humans, we have choices. We can go on. We could turn left. We could turn right. We can go back. We can stop. A virus doesn't do that. It doesn't consider any of that. All it sees is forward. Its duty, its job, its function. And it does it. You out there talked about how Trump should have been better prepared. Who knew there was going to be a worldwide pandemic in November? This started in Wuhan, China in December, if I remember correctly. About that time, we had ordered a lot of stuff from China. A lot of our medications come from China. The respirators we use comes from China. All of this stuff was set on ships from China. Tons of this stuff. And then halfway here, the virus broke out in China. The president, their illustrious, fearless, whatever, grand poobah leader, decided to claim a disaster. Had the ships turn around and go back to China. And they used the stuff that were on the ships for themselves after we paid for it. Yeah, that's something that the media has never told you. That's something a lot of people on the left don't want you to know. They want to blame Trump. Trump could walk on water and they say he's anti-fish. He can cure cancer, and they can say he's anti-life because cancer has a life. No matter what he does or says, those on the left are going to find something wrong with it. They're going to turn it around to use it to their best advantage. Look at what Nancy Pelosi's been doing. Jesus Christ. She's been doing it from day one of his election. Jeez. But one thing that this has proven to us is proven that we can come together as people. A lot of us have. A lot of companies have stepped forward to help. Companies have retooled their factories to build respirators, to build this, to build that was needed because of this virus. We've all sat here and watched our country crumble. Our economy is falling down around our ears. Socially, we're a social species. We can't be around people. We gotta keep that 6 feet between us if we're around each other. And to a lot of people, that 6 feet is pretty torturous. A lot of us are in, self-imposed in our homes in isolation. That's causing a lot of internal conflict in families. But we're getting over it. This shows me one thing. We can overcome this. We can wait this out. All we gotta do is take a few precautions. And we're doing it. This is showing, there are trash people. We've been taking them for granted. The little people, the people who do jobs we don't want to do, we've been taking it for granted. Now they're the ones saving us. When you see a trucker, the people that are keeping this country together, keeping supplies in stores, hauling things from one place to another so we can have, shake their hand and say thank you. Because if it weren't for them, we would have starved to death already. There would have been mass panic in the streets. Hell, I know places in Atlanta that become cannibals. So, look, guys, I just wanted to say this out and everything. This is unscripted. I need to get one out tonight. I don't have any notes for this or anything. And I'm saying, what's a better time than now? So, I want every one of you out there to take care of each other. Be good to one another. Quit pointing fingers at each other. Quit saying it's your fault when it's not. Quit going and telling your neighbor that because he's Chinese, he needs to go home. He's the one who caused this. Because he didn't cause it. That's the attacks on Chinese women and kids is getting stupid. Stop it. They didn't cause this. Every one of you take care of each other. I'll catch you sometime later this week. And above all else, talk hard. Take care.